What is up, people on the internet? JQL here, back with another video. In today's video, I'm doing another custom LEGO video on my custom LEGO minifigures from Demon Slayer, specifically from the movie that's coming out in like October, I think. So yeah, I've been working on these figures for quite a while, and I actually haven't shown like some of these figures on Instagram yet. But I thought I'd just make a video because why not? And yeah, so let's just get started with this video. Alright, starting off with Tanjiro Kamado. Now, I've actually already made a video on Tanjiro a while ago, so I'm gonna make this as quick as possible. If you want a more in-depth look into the figure, then you can check out that video. I'll leave a link in the description below, probably, if I remember. So the hair is fully sculpted, and when I mean fully sculpted, I mean it's literally fully sculpted out of Procreate. And the face, this time, I fixed it a little bit. It's, the smile face was a little weird last time, so I kind of fixed it, and it looks a little better now. I still can't nail it, but hopefully I can fix that later in the future again. And yeah, so he also has his alternative facial expression, as you saw earlier. There it is, his more aggressive facial expression. I did also try and sculpt the earrings. You can barely see them, but I did what I could. It's kind of you're kind of limited when you're making a custom Lego figure. And the kimono, or Hayori, however you want to call it, is made out of an index card, and then I use some tape in certain areas. That way I can make it continue on the top over the shoulders. And the Demon Slayer uniform is just dark brown pieces, and the sleeves are sculpted. The box is made out of some Lego pieces and is connected via that index card that just kind of hangs in the on the kimono. I'm just gonna call it kimono. And his sword is just a typical Lego sword that I just painted up a little bit. So that's pretty much it for Tanjiro. And I do still have a sword sheath. I just kind of have him holding the sword right now because I also wanted to mention I did paint the front of the blade silver because his sword is pitch black in the anime, so I decided to keep it like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Tanjiro. And next up here we have Nezuko Kamado, the demon sister. And yeah, this figure was pretty complicated. Like, I didn't know how I was going to do anything. I was very intimidated to make her, Ren Goku, Zenitsu, pretty much everyone from Demon Slayer. All their outfits and hair just look complicated. So yeah, what did I do? I used a Scarlet Witch hairpiece as a base, and then I just proceeded to sculpt onto it. It does look a little too big, but for it works, and then I painted the bottom of the strands of hair orange. So yeah, then I also sculpted on the muzzle, and this hairpiece is removable, though I'm kind of scared to remove it. And yeah, there's her face underneath. I just painted her face based off the one friend that we saw her face in that one episode. I forgot what it was called. I did make an alternative facial expression because the hairpiece, I'm scared already that it's gonna scrape the paint off of this face, so I decided not to paint another face. So yeah, and you can see the muzzle is connected to the hairpiece. So yeah, I'm gonna actually remove the hairpiece again. The torso is a pink torso. I just painted all the detail you see there, and as you can see, her kimono is also modified so that way it can use this hairpiece. And yeah, because if I didn't do that, then it wouldn't have worked. So you can see there, I had to cut the back off too. So, and the sleeves are fully sculpted out of Procreate. And if I remove the legs, you can see I made a custom waist cape that is not unfoldable. It's just kind of like that. Makes it look like it's connected to her Hayori, and there's not much detail on the legs, so I just kind of left it as I did as minimal detail as I could with Nezuko. And yeah, overall, pretty happy with how she turned out. I'm really happy how she looks. Obviously, there's some imperfections here and there, and I'm still worried the face is gonna chip. But overall, pretty satisfied, especially the eyes. I think they turned out pretty great. Alright, here we have the coward, the Breath of Thunder boy himself, Zenitsu. I actually really like Zenitsu, despite, his character. He's really funny. I like how he just is a badass secretly inside. And yeah, the face I'm really proud of. It looks like Zenitsu. If I remove the hairpiece, you can see his eyebrows a little better. It looks pretty spot on in my opinion. I'm really happy with how that turned out. The hairpiece is fully sculpted, just like Tanjiro's hairpiece, fully sculpted out of Procreate, and I am really proud of it too. It's not perfect. I would have preferred shading the orange parts of the hair or blending it. That's the right word. But unfortunately I didn't do that. So I did do it with his kimono, Hayori, whatever you want to call it. I did paint the triangle all over his thing. It's made the same way as Tanjiro's, where I did sculpt the sleeves out of Procreate, and the main Hayori thing is made from an index card and some tape. So yeah, I did sort of blend it. It looks kind of messy in certain areas, but overall, it works. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Same thing with his legs. I'm not going to remove the Hiyori or anything. And he is wearing the Demon Slayer outfit, except this time in black. And the collar is sculpted out of Procreate. And if I remove his head real quick, if I can, you can see I made an alternate facial expression where he's asleep. I would have made one where he was just being silly and cowardly, but I thought it would be cooler just to do his sleeping face. So, and his sword is also removable out of the sword sheath. The sword sheaths, I know they look bad, but you know, I wanted to have the sword sheaths because even though they can't connect to the torso or anything, I thought it'd be cool just to have them hold it. So the sword I'm really proud of. I did use a typical Lego katana, and then I painted the detail you see there, and overall it turned out pretty great. I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I like the lightning effect. So yeah, he rarely uses his sword, so I only had one frame to work off of. So yeah, overall, pretty happy with how Zenitsu turned out, and let me know what you think of him down below. And here we have a character I actually didn't like at first, but he really grew on me as I read the manga. So yeah, he's really funny, but you know, obviously he's not the best person. So this is Inosuke Hashibata, I think that's his name. So yeah, I used a Lego Chima piece. It was actually a wolf or some creature head as a base, and I didn't make his actual face. I thought it was unnecessary since he wears the boar mask all the time, so I just used the boar mask. And so I sculpted the snout, sculpted the teeth, and sculpted all the little fur you see there. And I also sculpted the fur on the ears, and I also sculpted in the eye holes and sculpted the eyes and then painted it. And I think overall it turned out pretty great. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Not perfect. I've seen better, like, designed ones on Instagram. I forgot who they were. If I remember, I'll probably leave a link to their Instagrams down below. But yeah, they look a lot better than this one. And the swords are, you know, Lego swords, except they have the chips in them. I cut them, and I didn't cut them exactly how they look because that would have been way too tedious, and I already messed up one katana from trying to do that. But yeah, and you can see I did paint on like some kind of turquoise-ish color on the back of them because his swords are turquoise-ish. And typically his swords actually looks just silver, so I just painted that on as a little detail, and I think they look pretty cool on him. And the torso is sculpted out of Procreate. I just sculpted his muscles, and same with his arms. The back just has some back detail painted. And this waist cape is also just like Nezuko's waist cape, where if you remove it, then it just comes off. It's just made out of index card that I glued to make it look like this. And yeah, the legs have minimal detail, not much going on there, just his feet and legs stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Inosuke. Not much else to talk about, but yeah. And here we have the Flame Hashira himself, Ren Goku. Now you're probably wondering why I didn't make Gyu or Tomioka in place of Ren Goku in this video. That's just because these are made for the movie. So I decided to make Ren Goku. Also, Ren Goku is my favorite Hashira. So yeah. Anyway, let's just start off with the hair. The hair is actually a mullet hair piece from the Custom Lego minifigure series. I don't know. It was made from a wrestler or something. He had a mullet piece, so I used that as a base. Then I proceeded to sculpt the little hair like on the front, and the basically the entire front was entirely sculpted out of Procreate. And then I proceeded to sculpt the back. Everything here is sculpted, and then I had to paint the red highlights, I guess you can call it. And I think it turned out pretty great. Not perfect, you know, but overall, I think it works. This is definitely Ren Goku's hair, and I think it looks really great. So yeah, that's pretty much it for his hair. I'm going to carefully remove it. Oh, his head is stuck in there. That is not good. Oh, there we go. So yeah, this is what the top looks like, by the way. And the face is actually a fully painted, just like every faces in this video. I painted on the face, and I think it turned out pretty great. It looks a little creepy, but this is actually what his face looks like in the anime so far. So yeah, maybe I'll paint an alternate face after the movie comes out, but as for right now, I think it looks fine. And something different about Ren Goku compared to the other Demon Slayers, like Tanjiro and all that, he actually doesn't wear a kimono, which I was relieved because I hate making the kimonos. They're a pain to make. But he wears a cape instead. So I made a cape out of a index card, and you can see I did cut the back. That's because in order to have, like, I made it the same, like, I used a normal Lego cape as, and I drew it out on an index card, cut it out, only to realize this hairpiece doesn't work with it, so I just decided to cut this part out, and you know, the hairpiece covers it anyway, so I decided to just leave it as is. So yeah, is it the best solution? Not really, but it works. So the cape, if I remove his head, you see it's all connected to this procreate neck piece you can see there, to represent his collar for his uniform, and you can see the inside is just painted gray to represent the shading, I guess, and I shaded the back with yellow and then painted the flames in red. I think it turned out pretty great. It's a decent cape. It works. And here's his Demon Slayer outfit, and there's a piece of paint there. Pretty simple, and there's nothing painted on the back because I didn't feel like painting the logo on the back, whatever it was. And the legs fully painted, pretty decent detail. There's not a whole lot going on other than the flames. So yeah, I think the best part about this figure is definitely his hairpiece. So yeah, just gonna put him back together, and we're gonna take a look at his sword finally. Like the others, I did make a custom sword sheath piece made out of tape. I don't think I ever said that. But yeah, here is the sword. I actually used multiple different pieces for this. I used a katana blade, and then I didn't have a white rod for the handle, so I connected two parts using Procreate and super glue, a lot of Procreate and super glue, and sanded it to look like this. So it looks really bad, but it works for now. And the hilt is actually sculpted and to look like his sword hilt, and it looks okay. It looks kind of messy, so maybe I'll go back and fix it later. So, and the blade, I think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I did try and paint the kanji on there. It didn't really turn out that great, but you know, I tried my best. And yeah, so comparing his sword to, let's say, Tanjiro's sword real quick. Let me grab it from him. It's actually a little bigger just because, there you go. Because, you know, I had to use different pieces to make it. I didn't just use a base of a Lego katana. So, yeah. So, putting that in his hand, he looks pretty sweet with his sword. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. And, yeah, so I think Ren Goku might be one of my favorite figures I made so far this year. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, who your favorite character, what your favorite figure in this video is. Let me know. I'm actually really curious to know. So, yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it for this video, and now we can wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this video a like. And if you like my customs and you want to see more, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. So that way you'll be notified for my next video whenever that comes out. I probably won't be too active from here on out because, you know, I have online classes due to the quarantine and all that. So I hope you guys are all safe. And yeah. If you guys want to see more Demon Slayer customs, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. And if you want to see more customs made by me, you can follow me on my Instagram and Flickr. Both links are in the description below. I have not posted these figures, well, some of them, on Instagram yet. So, yeah, that's just something to keep in mind. But, yeah, anyway, thank you guys once again so much for watching. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And, yeah, I'm doing this all out of order. I forgot how I do this. But anyway, I'm just going to end. Thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye.